Hello everybody and welcome to this week's French lesson. As you'll notice, I'm actually coming to you pre-recorded today, and your teacher will be able to pause the recording whenever necessary to give you time to complete some of the activities. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be revising the 8 weather phrases I've taught you so far with actions, and we're going to learn another 4 weather phrases. We need to be able to recognise and say 8 points of the compass, which we've been practising over the past couple of weeks. We're going to express temperatures using our knowledge of numbers up to 39, something again that we've been practising a lot. We need to be able to recognise the days of the week. And you are all brilliant at this because we did a lot of work on the calendar before Christmas. And we're going to continue with our translation work, translating weather information into English. Okay. You will need paper and something to write with, a pen or a pencil. All right, let's have a look at the weather phrases and practice them. You will be able to listen, écouter, and répéter, repeat. So écouter et répéter. And obviously with each of these phrases, we'll be practicing the actions. So first of all, the question at the top of the screen. Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? What's the weather like? Il pleut. Il pleut. Il pleut. Well done. Do you remember the action is the pitter-patter raindrops? Il pleut. Il neige. Il neige. And the action was for us to compact our snowball and throw it. Il neige. Il neige. Well done. Quel temps fait-il? What's the weather like? Quel temps fait-il? Il fait froid. Il fait froid. And so our action was to rub the tops of our arms. We're trying to keep warm because of course it's cold. Il fait froid. Il fait froid. But if it's hot, the action was for us to wipe our sweaty foreheads. Okay? Il fait chaud. Il fait chaud. It's hot. Il fait chaud. Okay, well done. Quel temps fait-il? What's the weather like? Quel temps fait-il? One thumb up. So if it's a beautiful, fine day, il fait beau. Il fait beau. Il fait beau. Well done, I hope you're all repeating these. If we turn our thumb the other way, it's a miserable day. The kind of day where we're stuck indoors. Il fait mauvais. Il fait mauvais. Il fait mauvais. Fantastic. All right. So for a sunny day, the action was for us to raise one arm and then the opposite hand went to the elbow and we made this rising sun gesture. Il y a du soleil. Il y a du soleil. Make sure you're repeating the phrase too. And for the windy day, we made these big gusty motions with our arms. Il y a du vent. Il y a du vent. Fantastic. Those two phrases are really, really easy for us to remember, of course, because looking at the French word soleil, we can see that it looks very, very similar to the word solar, solar. And the sun is the center of the solar system. We get solar energy from the sun. Vent looks a lot like the word ventilate or ventilation. And of course, if you will need to ventilate a room, you'd open the window and let the air in. Now, we're brilliant at all of those 8 phrases. We've been practicing them for a few weeks now. But here comes a few new phrases. If you were in year 6, then I introduced these phrases to you last week. But if you're in your year 5, I think we ran out of time and we didn't get this done. So this will be the first time you're hearing these. If it's foggy, our action is to put our hands in front of us and kind of just move them a little bit as though we're feeling our way through the fog. Okay, listen to the phrase. Il y a du brouillard. Il y a du brouillard. You have a go. Try and repeat that. Il y a du brouillard. Okay. The phrase for it's icy, il gèle, well, this action you're going to need to stand up. Okay, and so for it's icy, you're kind of slipping and sliding a little bit. It's difficult to keep your balance. Il gèle. Il gèle. Are we repeating it? Il gèle. Il gèle. Well done. Okay, I'm just going to flick back for a moment so that we don't forget. Il y a du brouillard. Il y a du brouillard. Il gèle. Il gèle. Slipping and sliding. Okay, so for cloudy, the action is for us to take our 2 hands and make a nice floaty cloud shape. Okay, il fait nuageux. Il fait nuageux. Il fait nuageux. You have a go. Il fait nuageux. Il fait nuageux. And then if it's stormy, if there's a thunderstorm, the word looks quite similar to nuageux. This one is orageux. Okay, so we're using our arm like a thunderbolt. Orageux. Okay, il fait orageux. You have a go. Il fait orageux. And the one before, il fait nuageux. Il fait nuageux. Okay, So I'm just going to spend a few moments saying those phrases in a random order just to check whether you can understand them. And you can show your teacher you understand them by performing the action. Are we ready? Okay, here goes. Let's have il fait froid. Il fait froid. Il fait froid. Well done if you are rubbing your arms because it's really, really cold. Okay, next one. Il y a du soleil. Il y a du soleil. Well done if you've made the action of a rising sun. It's a sunny day. What about il fait nuageux? Il fait nuageux. Okay, now that one's a bit trickier because it's brand new. It's the one that's cloudy. It's a cloudy day. Nuageux. What about il pleut? Il pleut. I bet you all got this one. It's the pitter-patter raindrops. It's raining. Well done. How about il fait chaud? Il fait chaud. Well done if you're wiping your sweaty brow. Okay, it's a hot day. Il gèle. Il gèle. Okay, so if you're slipping and sliding, well done. It's icy out there. Il gèle. How about il fait orageux? Il fait orageux. Well, that one's on the screen at the moment. Okay, so this is when it's stormy. Il fait orageux. Well done if you've done an action with the thunderbolt. One more. Il y a du brouillard. Il y a du brouillard. Okay, that's one of our new phrases as well. And it's the phrase for it's foggy. So you've got your hands in front of your face and you're feeling your way through the fog. All right, everybody, it's time to move on a little bit. So here are the maps again, and we've been using the maps over the last couple of weeks to help us with a little bit of speaking and reading practice. The maps feature some of the main cities in France with some weather symbols and numbers to indicate the temperature. Okay, so how hot or how cold it is. The question at the top says, quelle est la température aujourd'hui? Quelle est la température aujourd'hui? What is the temperature today? And at the bottom we have the simple sentence, à Paris, in Paris, il fait 19 degrés. It is 19 degrees. So il fait is a construction that we've seen before. We've seen it in il fait froid, in il fait chaud, in il fait beau, and il fait mauvais. We're familiar with this construction. Okay. Now what I want you to do is tell me whether some statements are true or false. So if you think the statement is true, all you need to do is show your teacher by using your thumbs up. If you think the statement is false, then just turn your thumb the other way. Okay. Now this isn't a 50-50 guesswork. You really need to look at the information on the map and really think about whether the words match the information or not. So, à Lyon, il fait 23 degrés. À Lyon, il fait 23 degrés. Have a look for Lyon. Have a look at the numbers for the temperature. Is it 23 degrés? So, thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you think? Okay, so that one's false. False, okay? If we look at Lyon, the temperature is actually 22 degrees, which in French is 22. 22. Okay, here's another one. À Marseille, il fait froid. Is it true or false? Find Marseille and have a look at the weather symbols. À Marseille, il fait froid. Is it true or false? Have we all voted? Oh, it's false again. If we have a look down here at Marseille, well, we've got the sun symbol. So it's actually il fait chaud. It's hot. Whereas the text, the sentence actually says il fait froid. Il fait froid. So that's definitely false. Okay, let's have a try with another one. À Lyon, il fait beau. À Lyon, il fait beau. Is it true or is it false? Okay, have a think. Show your teacher what you think it is. Ah, true this time. Okay, so if we go back to Lyon, we have a look. We've got this sunshine symbol with a little bit of cloud. So actually, you know, that's a pretty good day. It's a fine, beautiful day. Okay, next one. À Strasbourg, il fait mauvais. À Strasbourg, il fait mauvais. We'll have a look for Strasbourg on the map. Have a look what weather symbol is near Strasbourg. So, true or false? À Strasbourg, il fait mauvais. What do you think? True, it's true. So mauvais, it's a miserable day. And if we look at the weather symbol here near Strasbourg, well, we've got this grey cloud and a little bit of rain. So yes, it's a miserable day. Here's another one. À Tours, il fait 9 degrés. À Tours, il fait 9 degrés. Okay, have a look for Tours. Have a look at the temperature where Tours is. And then have a vote. So is it true or is it false? What do you think? Is it 9 degrés? False this time, false. Okay, so if we go and have a look at Tours here on the map, it's actually 19 degrees. Okay, so this was about careful reading, because in the sentence we can see the word for 9, neuf, but actually it's 19, so it's dix-neuf is what it should say. I was trying to trick you. All right, here's another one. À Brest, il pleut. Il fait 16 degrés. So this time the sentence includes the weather condition and the temperature. À Brest, il pleut. Il fait 16 degrés. Is it true or is it false? What do we think? Okay, now I really did try to trick you this time. I've said that the answer is false. And that's because if we look at Brest, there is this weather symbol that shows it's raining. So that il pleut part of the sentence is actually true. But when we look at the temperature, the sentence tells us it's 16 degrés, and 16 means 16. But when we look at Brest on the map, the temperature it says is 18, 18. So the second part of the sentence is actually false. Okay, now you might have done something like this and put a thumb up and a thumb down to your teacher, and that's fine. Okay, I was really just trying to see if you were paying attention. All right then. So we've also been looking at the compass over the past couple of weeks, and the main compass points, dans le nord, in the north, dans le nord. And again, you can repeat after me. Listen and repeat. Dans le nord. We have dans l'est. Dans l'est. Dans le sud. Dans le sud. Dans l'ouest. Dans l'ouest. And then halfway in between each of these compass points, we have dans le nord-est, dans le nord-est, dans le sud-est, dans le sud-est, dans le sud-ouest, dans le sud-ouest, and dans le nord-ouest, dans le nord-ouest. And we've got really good at recognizing those when we're reading text. And so this is what you're going to be having a go at again today, reading some short pieces of text. And I've set the texts today with challenge levels. So 1 chili, that's the lowest level of challenge. 2 chilies, the sentences just get that teeny tiny little bit more challenging. And 3 chilies, well, that's the most challenging of all. Now, we all had a go at doing some translation work last week, and so we are building on our skills and becoming a little bit more confident. So in a moment, this is where your teacher is going to pause the video and give you the opportunity to spend some time working out what you think each of those French sentences mean. how would you translate them into English? And this is when you need your pen and paper to write down your translations. Okay, good luck, off you go, bon chance. Okay, so we're back and you've had a little bit of time now to work out what the translations are. And here they are on the screen at the moment, and you can check your work and see how close you got with your translation. Were there any words that tricked you? If there were, perhaps you want to take a note of those and practice them over the half-term holiday. For those of you who tackled the 3 chili challenge, there was a word in the French, aussi, that I hadn't taught you. And if we look at the English translation, we can see it means as well, or also. Did you use context to figure that meaning out? Well done if you did. All right, so if you fancy an even higher level of challenge, I've prepared a 6 chili challenge for you to have a look at. Now, you might run out of time in the lesson to tackle this one, and so your teacher is going to make the decision whether to include this challenge on the class dojo. And if you attempt this over the half-term holiday, I would be really, really pleased to see how you got on with it. Best of luck, and I'll see you later on in February. Bye-bye. Au revoir.